Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, August 17th. I'm Lisa Budeau. Thank you for joining us for this Facebook Live. And remember, you can always watch and listen to this live stream at any time throughout the day. You can watch it on our InForum YouTube channel or on your favorite podcast platform. A great way, of course, to get your news and weather to start your day. Just visit inforum.com/podcast and look for the InForum Minute. We have a lot to talk about. I'm starting a little bit late, and we're going to try to run through this pretty fast for you today. It's about 8:15. We have breaking news right now. Maybe if you've been on Facebook, you have caught this. Our own Saquon is out live reporting on a fire in Dilworth. It's in the 600 block of 1st Avenue Northwest in Dilworth. We heard reports earlier today about smoke was visible when firefighters arrived. We do know at this point that the apartment building has been evacuated. I know SAE is still working to get a little more information from firefighters as far as if anyone was hurt, the cause of the fire. Right now, it's still a very active situation, so be watching for updates. We'll have another update live on air here in about 10-15 minutes. SAE is going to be staying out there and updating us as well, so stay on that WDAY Facebook page for updates throughout the morning as well from her. Another big story today, Cass County deputies are going to be doing their final round of training for active shooter situations. That's going to be happening tonight, in fact, starting at 6 until 9. So don't be alarmed if you see a lot of lights and emergency responders in the area of the Casselton school there. It's the 4th training session deputies have been doing in the last few months. The others, Tower City, Kindred, the North Dakota Air National Guard Base in Fargo as well. So school starting for Fargo, West Fargo next Thursday, Moorhead the following Monday. So we're kind of in that, less than 2 weeks away from the start of school. So this is the last big active shooter training that you'll be seeing, and that's happening tonight. Happening today as well. If you still need your kids to get all of their last-minute vaccinations so they can go back to class, Fargo Cass Public Health can help. Today and tomorrow they're doing vaccination clinics. That's starting, well, it already started at 8 this morning, going until 4 this afternoon. Any immunization that your kids might need before going back to class will be available. You don't have to register, but you don't have to make an appointment. You can if you want, and I was just going to say registration is not required. Another big story right now, more than 200,000 applicants for Minnesota's frontline worker bonus pay will have to start working on appeals. The state said it had to reject the applications for that many people for a variety of reasons, including ID, verification issues, people earning too much money to qualify, or people sending in more than one application. So they have now 15 days from that rejection to file an appeal. Several construction projects happening, some new ones today that we have been talking about this morning. If you haven't left the house yet for today, in Grand Forks, northbound traffic on North Columbia Road down to 1 lane at the intersection of 2nd Avenue North. Crews are doing some maintenance work on the Skyway over Columbia. In Fargo, one that you might want to be aware of, westbound traffic on Main Avenue down to 1 lane between 15th Street and University Drive. Crews are doing some curb and gutter work along Main. That's going to last about a week. And a big one in Moorhead that you're going to want to be aware of as well. That's going to cause some delays for drivers if you take that interchange to get on I-94 and 8th Street. So some private sewer work going on in that area. Just be aware of that. North Dakota hunters, you can buy additional concurrent season deer licenses starting today. That also went into effect at 8 this morning. No limit on how many you can buy. Still quite a few available, so you might want to check that out. Just go to the North Dakota Game and Fish website if you would like to get a couple of more licenses. Some of your national headlines that we have been talking about this morning. A big one out of Mayo Clinic for the largest clinical trial of a new monoclonal antibody treatment for COVID. The study was done using high-risk patients. They were given this new drug. It's an FDA-approved drug called bebtelovimab. It's being compared to Paxlovid, which was the antiviral pill that President Joe Biden took while he was infected with COVID. So the study showed only 1.5% of people given the new drug had worse symptoms after 30 days. So watch for that one. Another big story talking about COVID. You maybe heard this. First Lady Jill Biden says she has tested positive for COVID. The White House says she started to show some cold-like symptoms Monday night although she tested negative on a rapid test. A second PCR test came back positive. She is fully vaccinated, double boosted. She will be isolating for 5 days, and the president, Joe Biden, has continued to test negative after his positive COVID test. Right now, General Motors is recalling more than 480,000 of its cars, and this is because of a seatbelt problem. We're hearing that the seatbelts in the third row could have a problem with the buckles, so it wouldn't properly restrain a passenger in a crash. This recall applies to 2021, 2022 Cadillac Escalades, Chevy Suburbans, Tahoes, and the GMC Yukons. So if you have any of those cars, you're asked to take it to the dealer, and you can, of course, get that fixed. I also want to talk about this. This is good news, getting a little more relief at the pumps. I don't know if you've noticed, the cost of gas has been going down daily for the last 2 months. And this is new this morning. AAA is now saying that they're expecting the average for a gallon of gas to go below $3 a gallon by the end of the year. So let's hold out hope. Hopefully that does happen. Okay, coming up on Hot Mic this morning, lots to talk about there. Of course, Dom Izzo in. It's going to be on WDAY Extra from 9 to 11, also on InForum.com. He's going to be talking about the Twins starting the day one game back of Cleveland for the division lead. Dick Bremer joins the show from Target Field as the Twins play a matinee game against the Royals. And we're also 2 days away from the debut of First Down Friday for the 2022 season. Hankinson opens the year at Hatton Northwood. Dom's going to be visiting with the Pirates about the upcoming season and their most famous alum as well. So you're going to want to tune in for that, of course. That's also on InForum.com. And when you're on InForum.com, lots of must-reads that you should check out today. And one that I find very interesting that I was reading today, some big changes happening over at MSUM. Yeah, MSUM President Anne Blackhurst is going to retire in 2023 and try on some different colors. So be sure to check out that story. We want to remind you a great deal going on right now. You can get that first 3 months of InForum.com. All access pass to InForum.com, 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. It's a great deal. Just go to InForum.com/subscribe to get that deal. And of course, lots of stories we're working on. We have Kevin Wellovan's already up in Oslo. Great story that he's working on. You're going to want to tune in tonight at 6 for that. But all of our newscasts starting today for this afternoon, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And of course, we appreciate when you wake up with us every weekday morning on First News from 5 to 7. I need to get going. We have another live update. We're going to check in on that Dilworth fire live on air. But thank you so much for joining us for this Facebook Live.